end. Let me click on record. I'll start all over. Okay, business orientation is what we'll be learning now. Business and mindset reorientation. You know, a lot of you are already in business, but it's always good to always you on why you are in business and what you need to do to build a successful business. So, and the objectives are to help you understand what it takes to establish and grow a business enterprise, especially in Nigeria. Then to understand the challenges MSMEs are facing in Nigeria. Then learn how to generate it. Then when we hear the word a business enterprise, a business enterprise is what? Corporate entity. A business enterprise is a corporate entity with the goal of meeting needs and thereby making profit. You know, I always emphasize on meeting needs and also making profit. It's key for us to understand that we are in business to solve problems. Profit should not be the number one reason why you are in business. Your major reason of being in business is to do what? Is to solve problem. It's in solving problem that you are able to make profit. Now, small businesses in Nigeria, some of the challenges that they face are, one, lack of continuity. You know, there's a survey of recent that I read. The survey states that out of 100 businesses that start, 80% of such businesses do not see the second year. And out of the outstanding 20%, 15% do not get to 5th year. Only less than 1% get to 10th year. So continuity is a major issue to small businesses in Nigeria. The question is, what is the issue? What is the problem? How can this be surmounted? The next is poor documentation. People are just doing businesses without having documents, without having evidences, without record keeping. And this is one of the factors that stop people, that affect businesses from accessing business finances or attracting serious investors. A lot of people are doing business without formalizing it, without registering it. Like a client was introduced to me 2 years ago. He needed to register his business enterprise. This person had been in business for over 7 years, but the business was not already registered. But guess what? He has receipt, he has invoice, using a name that is not registered. But the worst part of it is that when we went to CAC to register the business for the client, we discovered that the name was not available with CAC. The name was not approved. So we had to form another name for him. And this cost him a lot because he had to go and rebrand, reprint his complimentary card, reprinted his invoices and every other thing. So it's always key for us to take formalization very, very serious. Low or no brand presence is an issue. A lot of people have been in business for years, but their brand presence is very, very low. Even in their location, when you mention such name, a lot of people are not aware that such businesses are in existence. Mismanagement is also a major setback to business enterprise growing in Nigeria. Low patronage. A lot of small businesses, from my experience interacting with a lot of market their product to attract patronages. Then inadequate capital is also a major challenge. Lack of leadership skill or poor leadership and entrepreneurial skill. There are so many challenges mitigating businesses in Nigeria. Now, I will start by letting us to understand basic requirements for starting and growing a successful business. The question is, what are those basic requirements required to start a business that will become a successful business in Nigeria? What are those major requirements? So I'll be working with time. So I will just move to what I have here. Very soon I will try to get your own contribution. Okay. So number one is idea. Idea. Idea is key. Then vision. You need idea, you need vision, you need team, you need capital, business model, business plan. These are generic and all comprising. Every other requirement can key into these 6 domains that I've just listed. So let's start with a business idea. Let's start with a business idea. Let's start with a business idea. So I'm going to call on Ariyo Oluwasegun. Are you there? Ariyo, please, can you tell me how did you know about your business idea? What motivated you to commence the business that you are into? How did you generate that business idea?
Well, actually, I've not started business.
Okay.
But there's some little business I did do for a living, just like maybe producing this barbecue fish,
Okay.
all those are something like that. So those are the things
business. You're not in business.
But for now, no, I don't. I really want a big business that will be bringing more money to me. So that
this class is really for you.
Yes,
Okay.
all those businesses just season business, occasional business.
Okay, bring small money, right? Okay, now I want to ask you.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Now, what business idea do you have in mind that you want to use this loan for, this fund for?
Yes, I want to go into poultry.
Poultry. Now, why? How did you come about that poultry? How did you develop that idea? Why poultry? Why?
Well, actually, I've been in poultry because my father do farm. He has a poultry farm, so I know. Okay. I know much about it. So.
Oh yeah, you are breaking. I can't hear you clearly again. Okay. Thank you. Okay, you can mute. So I am going to call on. I've not heard Akimbode John spoken today. Akimbode John, are you there? Akimbode John, are you there? Can you tell us what prompted you to go into the business that?
Hello.
Can you hear me?
So I can hear you very clearly now.
Thank you. Go ahead. I had network technical issue with my network. Okay, go ahead. Thank you. So how did you come about your business idea? What business idea are you into or you want to go into?
Actually, I also want to go into a fish farming business.
Okay.
So, and I've studied I've done the markets research concerning fish farming, and which I so much have passion in doing the business.
Okay. Okay. Fish farming, and you are passionate about it. Okay. It's like we have a lot of agriculturalists here. Okay. All right. Somebody who is not into agriculture, who is into another line of business, can you share how you develop that business idea?
Hello. Olajumoke on the line.
Okay, Olajumoke, go ahead. Thank you.
Okay.
I developed my business idea because I'm a teacher. I studied education.
Okay.
School. So I studied education and language. So and I know that pupils in school, they don't start reading on time.
Okay.
And I know make pupils to start reading even when they are in nursery school.
Okay.
So that idea really helped me in my business.
Okay. Thank you so much. So you are passionate about school, and you also have a background because you studied education. Okay, that's fantastic. Okay, please let's proceed. We still have a lot to learn. Okay, now the fact is that every business idea, every business successful businesses today, every big conglomerate today, every blue chip companies today, they once begin with an idea. You know that your idea will remain abstract until something is done on it, until an action is taken. Without that, your idea is useless. There are so many fantastic business ideas that are not coming to reality today because the vision bearer or the person that generates the business idea have some limiting factors. Now, business ideas, we've heard of poultry, fishery, fashion, school. There are so many fantastic business ideas that a lot of people want to go into. But we have to start by understanding what makes a good business idea. So, one of the questions that we are going to treat as we proceed in the course of this session. Now, let me start by giving us how to generate a business idea or how to generate a good business idea. You start with one, identify a need. Identify a need or a problem. First thing, if a business idea introduced to you or prompt in your mind, ask yourself, what is the problem? What is the need? Ask yourself, what is the need? Ask yourself, what is the problem in that industry? What are the challenges in that industry? Money should never be the major motive for starting a business. A lot of people go into business because they saw others doing such business and are making money. Do not start a business because others are into it and making money. Because the fact is, when money stops flowing, the business will die a natural death. If money is your number one motivation for starting that business idea. So take note of that. I'm trying to share my screen so that we can be on the same page. Okay, money should never be the major reason why you are going into a business. Then the next is that you have to be passionate about your business idea. The business idea. The question is, do you have passion for that business? Do you have passion for that business? You know, when money stops flowing in your business, what keeps you going? Passion. Because money will always come. One thing with money is transitive. Today, you have a lot of free flow of it. Tomorrow, you're only experiencing only outflow. A time will come, there's truncation. So it takes a business idea that you are passionate about to scale through these phases when you are having scarcity of cash. The question is, do you have passion for the business idea that you want to go into? Or are you passionate about the business idea that you are currently engaged in? You need to ask yourself again, if you are not in the line of your passion, it's just a matter of time. The business will die a natural death. Now, these are some things we should always have at the back of our mind when we are generating a business idea. Ask yourself, what are the identified needs in that industry? What are the problems in that industry? For example, those of you who are into poultry, you are not going into poultry business because others are also doing business in poultry. You shouldn't go into poultry business because you want to sell eggs and chicken. No. The basis of you going into the poultry business is that you want to solve the problem in that industry. And what are those problems? Number one is that a lot of imported frozen foods in Nigeria are not healthy for consumption. Consumers are longing for locally, hygienically produced frozen foods or chicken or eggs. So your objective should be to contribute by solving that problem, by making healthy chicken available for customers to boost customer health instead of joining those that destroying customers' health. Somebody is into fashion. You are not in fashion business to sew clothes for people to wear. Number one problem in that industry is that a lot of fashion designers do not keep to their time. They lack integrity. You see somebody that have given clothes for 2 weeks, and you're about to wear your clothes for a function, and the fashion designer have not delivered your garment. That is a problem in the industry. So how are you going to provide a disruptive, unique solution to solve that problem? That is what customers need. Everybody are wearing clothes, but how are you going to solve that problem? What nature of business do you want to establish? What do you really love doing, even when money is not coming in? And you're passionate about, like me, I'm really passionate about entrepreneurship. I have ventured into so many businesses in my years on earth. And it takes time for me to discover my area of passion. And I have lost money a lot in so many business ventures. That is one thing about entrepreneurship as well. Failure should not stop you from growing as an entrepreneur. But it took me identifying my area of passion, and I built my model around my area of passion. So what I'm doing now, even though I'm not being paid, even though money is not coming in, I will be happy doing it. But money keeps coming. That is just the good aspect of it. If you are in your area of passion, a time of sacrifice will come. We could be doing free job and support. But as long as you're in your area of passion, you will discover that naturally customers, prospects will keep coming. If you are doing your job diligently and persistently. Ask yourself, what is your background and track record? Like, what is it, Jumoke or so? What she said, she's passionate about education, and she studied education in her age. So it's very key. Do you have experience? You know, I said something about Richard Branson. Once a business idea comes, it doesn't just jump into it. Even if it doesn't have experience, it takes extra mind to go to do research. So research is vital if you want to start a business. Don't just start a business, research into it. Like now, I want to diversify into mobile money, but I have done a lot of research before taking step. I've gotten a lot of background information. If it will take you to identify a business around you to approach, to go for internship, go ahead. Don't just go into any business that you don't have idea. You will end up being at the mercy of the people that are professional in that industry. You'll be at the mercy of your staff. You'll be at the mercy of your team. At least have a background information, even though you don't have a hands-on experience. What is the market and industry trend? This is very, very key. The way I used to write business plan for a school business 7 months ago is not the way I will write now. Because somebody if a client approached me that they want to set up a school, I will not just say, okay, don't worry, bring your money, I will write the business plan for you. No. I will have to take into consideration the current trend in the industry, the current trend in the market. The fact is that a lot of schools are going to close. In fact, they are already dead already because most of them are waiting for government to announce that school should resume. No. If you are not IT inclined, if you have not introduced IT department in your school, in your business enterprise, then you can't scale because this is a new normal. The new normal is social distancing. So once school resume, a lot of private school will close down because for you to implement social distancing in your school, it means that you are going to incur more costs. And the fact is that parents now understand that they have to put their children in schools that are IT inclined. So if you are backward in that aspect, then you need to do a rethink. So always look at the trend in the market and the trend in the industry. Is it an emerging market? Or is it a saturated industry? Always take note of that before you venture into any business idea. This class is very, very good for those of you who have not started because you can do a rethink. But if you're already in business, you can always find your way around it by doing a rethink and shocking the loopholes. So that was business idea. Before you start a business, first of all, generate a business idea that you are passionate about. Then the next is vision. Vision is key. You have to, after generating a business idea that you are passionate about, then you need to develop a vision. And vision answer what? Vision answers where are you heading to? Where is your company heading to? Where do you see the business enterprise in the nearest future? What do you want to achieve in that industry? What do you want to achieve in that business? In the nearest future, what do you want to become? What do you want the business to become? These are the questions you should sit down and ask yourself after you have identified the business idea. Do you want to be a market leader? Do you want to be among the market leaders? Do you want to be one of the leading brands? Do you want to be one of the foremost in that industry? Or what are those problems that you want to solve? Do you want to contribute to food sufficiency in Nigeria? What are those problems? What are those things you want to achieve? List them out. And for you to generate, to develop a vision for your business enterprise, you have to understand that the size of your vision determines the magnitude of effort that you invest in your business. This is the bitter truth. So don't just develop anyhow vision. Develop a clear-cut vision, not a vague vision or a blurry vision. A vision that is descriptive, that once somebody reads it, you know that yes, this organization is heading somewhere. Then your vision should reflect the culture in your organization. The way you operate in your business should be as a result of your vision. You go to some business enterprise, people are just doing things anyhow. Because what? There's no direction. Vision gives direction. And you must communicate your vision to everyone in your organization. It's key. So to develop a vision, how do you develop a vision? Start with TO. T-O. So if you are looking at being a market leader, you can say to be one of the market leaders in the poultry industry in Nigeria. To be one of the leading fashion labels in Lagos State in the next 5 years. And one thing with vision is that it is reviewable. You have to always review your vision from time to time. So after you have developed a vision, now you know where you are heading to. You know what you want to achieve. You know you have a direction. Then the next question is, how much do we need to start this business? It's always key for you to understand what you need in terms of cash to start the business and every other necessary requirement. But the bitter truth is that capital goes beyond money. It goes beyond cash. Because of the mentality of cash being the only capital for starting a business, a lot of business ideas are not being brought to fruition, brought to reality, because we are always looking at cash. The question is, aside cash, what other thing do I need to start the business? So what you need to do is that start by building trust. Start by building trust. So when you build trust, and in building trust is for you to make integrity your watchword. Fulfill your promises. Do what you say you will do. Let people earn people's trust. Trust is demanded, it is not earned. When you earn trust, it will be easy to raise cash for your business. When you have built trust, it will be easy to get people, to get suppliers to supply you products on credit to pay back within a specified period of time. When you build trust, it will be easy to get people to invest in your business. You know, some people are not ready to invest in your business. It's not because they don't trust you, because you will lavish the money anyhow. No, it's because they don't trust your entrepreneurial and leadership ability to use the money efficiently in the business to yield return on investment. So you have to prove this. And how do you prove it? By doing the right thing, taking the right step towards starting the business. Then the question is, what are these various sources of business finances in Nigeria? There are so many of them. I listed some here, and personal saving, friends and family, loan, grant, equity finance, and venture capitalists. You know, this is my core. In my operations, in my consulting firm, I do access to finance. And I've discovered that there's always a mismatch of funds by entrepreneurs. So it's always good for you to know the phase your business is before you decide on the source of finance. If you are a startup, I always advise explore personal savings, explore friends and family, explore grants. Okay. But if you are to explore loan, let it be a long-term loan that is affordable. I don't always advise people to use loan to start a business because it's very, very dangerous. That's one of the reasons why businesses don't grow. But if you are starting the business with loan, the loan should be very, very affordable. Like this AGSMEIS loan is a very good one. You pay back within 7 years with a single-digit interest. Then if your business is in expansion stage, then you can now start looking at equity financing, look at venture capitalists and every other ones, and then loan as well. But it's always good for you to understand the financing need of your business at the right time. Haven't done this, haven't generated a business idea, haven't developed a vision, clear-cut vision for your business, haven't identified the capital requirement for your business, the next is for you to do what? To build a formidable team. Build a formidable team. You know, in order to actualize your business idea, you must take time to build a team which can work together to achieve your corporate vision. And I always say it from time to time that team building is not just about bringing people together. You must go after people that have something to offer, people that can complement your weaknesses. If your strength is in operation and you have weaknesses in marketing, bring in some digital marketing experts to join your team. Bring in some legal people to join your team. Bring in HR people to join your team. People that can complement your weaknesses. Anyone that does not share in your vision should not be offered the opportunity to join your team, because it's going to become a bone in your throat. Everybody should always raise the game to achieve the organizational goal, which is solving problems. Do not hire someone that you cannot fire. Do not bring into somebody in your team that will become a big problem to you. If you can have a very good team, then it will be very, very easy for your business to scale. I don't join team anyhow. Like someone invited me recently to come and join their team. They want to set up a disruptive solution in the money market. And I asked, who are the team members? And what I will do, once I get a team member, for me to do background check to know their traction, their track records, their history, their background. It's always key to bring the right people that have something to offer in your team. At this stage, I'm going to pause and I will just get our feedback before I proceed to the last module. Thank you. All right, so the floor is open. Let me get your comments. You can add to let me know what you have learned. So what do you have to say? Do you have any addition? And also,
thank you so much,
okay,
much for your session.
Okay, thank you.
So particularly on the part of fundraising that you talked about, that you do not encourage startups or starters in business to go for loans in the early stage of their business.
Yes.
But considering the fact that some of us might be interested in this same loan application to start up the enterprise that we're interested in. Can you give some guidance so that
okay, thank you so much. Okay, thank you. Yes. What I also made a comment to that if you are going, if you even decide to use loan as an option for investment for startup, you need to go for a loan that is a long-term loan and a loan that is affordable. For example, this AGSMEIS loan that you are applying for is a long-term loan, 7 years repayment, and you are paying back with a single-digit interest. So it's also a good one for a startup business that knows what it's doing, that has a direction, that has a viable business idea. Okay, I hope I've answered your question. Okay, can we get next comment or question before I share my screen with the next slide? You can also drop your message in the chat box. Okay. Okay. All right, now let's quickly move to the last module for today. Okay, we are looking at business modeling. Can you see my screen? If you can see my screen, say yes.
Yes, I can see your screen.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, I can see.
Okay.
Yes, I can see your screen.
Okay, thank you so much.
Yes, I can see your screen.
Now, what are the area of focus for this module? The learning of, we are going to look at the learning objectives. Then we are going to define business model. We are going to also look at the business model canvas, then the importance of business model canvas to MSMEs. Then we are also going to learn how to develop a business model using BMC. Then conclusion, question and answer. Now, the objective for this training, at the end of this training, you are going to understand the meaning of a business model. Then you're also going to know the uses and importance of a business model. Then we're also going to help you to learn how to develop a business model. Then we are also going to review example of some business models canvas. Business model canvas, a live one. Then we are also going to decide to develop a business model canvas. Okay. Let me start with definition. After that, I will get some responses. When you hear the word business model, it's like a plan that the company have to make profit. It identifies the product or services the business will sell, the target market, and that it has identified, and the expense it anticipates. This is according to Investopedia. So, what business model is talking about? Business model is all about how you will operate, how you will offer your services, how you will produce and deliver to customers to solve customers' problem or needs. If I should ask somebody in poultry, how do you operate? How do you currently operate in your business? Or you are meeting somebody for the first time and the person is asking you, what do you do? How do you operate? That's the person is asking about your business model. Okay. It will take time for you to start explaining what you do every day. Okay, for you to get eggs out, you have to get day old chick, you have to get a poultry, you have to get cage, maybe battery cages, you get feed, you feed them, you rear them, you give vaccination, medication, so many activities are all involved from the start of business to when product is delivered to customers and when customers consume them. So business model looks technical and complicated. So in order for you to develop a business model that can be easily understood by every stakeholders, you need what we call a business model canvas. You need what we call a business model canvas. And a business model canvas is what? It helps to simplify the process of developing a business model. It has to do with grouping of every section or activities or the domain of your business. It groups them or classifies them in 9 building blocks. If you can understand this as a consultant, we use this as a diagnostic tool to identify and solve our client businesses. If you go to the hospital, doctor has their own tools that they use to diagnose, to know what the problem with your health before recommending medications. The same is applicable for businesses. If you understand this tool, it will be easy for you to use it as a deployable tool to solve your company problems. So, and what are those 9 domains? The 9 domains are customer segment, value proposition, channels, customer relationship, revenue streams, key resources, key activities, key partners, then cost structure. So if you understand this, then you have clear understanding of your business. It will be easy for you to communicate your business. And the business model canvas is presented in only one page. And one of the advantages of a business model canvas is that it also helps you in the process of developing your business plan. If you have a business model canvas, it will be easy for you to develop your business plan. And you know that you have to submit your business plan for this loan. So business model canvas will help you to know how to develop your business plan. It's to make the process seamless. Now let's start with customer segment. So let me ask Olajumoke, are you there? Okay, Olajumoke, you are into school, right?
Yes, sir.
Who are your customers?
Parents
are
my customers.
Parents are your customers. Where's your location?
Hello?
Where's your location, please?
Lusada.
Okay.
Patton area.
Okay. Is it all the parents in Lusada that are your customers?
No.
Okay. So who are they? Who are your customers?
Okay. I go out and meet people.
Okay.
Especially people that I know that they are really passionate about education.
Okay. Okay.
So I meet them, I talk to them, and I try to convince them that I will bring the best out of their children.
Okay. Okay. Good. Good. Thank you so much. All right. Now the customer segment. Okay. Okay. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay. In the aspect of a school angle, because I'm also a teacher, I think that students are meant to be the customer, and I will tell you why.
Why
the customer is that they are the ones we give the service to.
Okay.
So parents don't see the results of the service we are giving them through the pupils or the students. Then the customers will not be there for us. So I think pupils and students will work on.
Okay, thank you so much. I love that too. Good. Now, it's always good whenever you are going into business or you are already in business to understand your customers. This will help you to know who to target. Everybody cannot be your customer. Before you can understand who your customer is, you need to do what we call customer segmentation. This is going to be, I will take care of this when we are doing the business plan. Now, the customer segmentation has to do with what? Classifying your customers according to income level, according to demography, according to location, religion. You break them down. For example, somebody who is in school, are you targeting the low income earner? Is your school a low cost school? Are you targeting the middle class? Are you targeting the upper class? If you can get this right, it will help you to use your marketing budget efficiently. Where are they located? Where can you find them? Now, most customers are on social media. Where can you easily reach them? What do they need? What do customers need? What is the problem? What solution do they really need? What problem do they currently have? What are their current pain in that industry? Now, how are you going to get the customers, nurture and keep them? What is their buying pattern? How are they currently buying or patronizing the existing solutions? How do they want to be served? What is their buying journey? Customer buying journey has to do from how customer get to know about your product, making the buying decision, buying your product, then consuming it, then what will now be the result as a result of consuming your product. So if you can get your customer segment right, Then the next is for you to look at the value proposition. For you to look at the value proposition. The value proposition. You know, after identifying the problem, the challenge that customer wants to be solved in that industry, what value are you offering? What are the unique solutions that you want to bring into the industry, that you want to use to solve the customer problem? Why should customers leave their current businesses that they are currently patronizing to patronize you? What will differentiate you from the customers? Then, if you can get this right, if you can understand your customer segment and what they really want, this will help you to develop a unique value and a competitive advantage in your industry. So you need to do customer profiling. Profile them. Who are they? Where are they located? According to categories, you can target direct customers, individuals. You can target businesses. Then you need to profile them. Then after you have decided on the kind of unique innovations that you are going to introduce to solve the customer problem, then the next is for you to look at the channels. The question is, how are you going to deliver your product to the customers? Now, in the industry, what are the available channels? You know, at present, because of social distances, a lot of customers, the need for social distance, a lot of customers prefer to make order online and it should be delivered. So it's good for you to start exploring the option of logistic department or outsource delivery or logistics. What channels are you using to deliver your products, your services to your customers? How will customers get them? Do you need middlemen? Do you need distributors? Or are you using e-stores? Or distribution outlets? Or online platform? How do customers really want to be reached? You need to, it's always good to, by the time you do your research, you will know what customer really want. See, it is not really about what you want, what you think customer want, it's about what they really want. So after answering these questions, then you have to go to customer relationship. Customer relationship. Ask yourself, how are you going to keep your customers so that you can retain them? How do customers want to be treated? Treat customers the way they want to be treated. If you go to the bank, there are some customers, there are some bank customers that once they step into the bank, you will see a cashier stand up from his or her seat and go and greet the customers and take them inside. That's to tell you that that customer has a major stake in terms of deposit in that bank. Always ensure that you give customer a special care, a special treatment. What can you do to leave a lasting impression in your customers? I have a mentor, he always said that first impression has no second chance. And when you give a good first impression, retain it. That's where consistency comes in. The ultimate goal in customer relationship is customer loyalty. So you start with come out with ideas on how you can get customers. It's not all about getting customers. You need to work on your customer turnover and your customer retainership culture. So a retained customer is a customer that is satisfied with your product or your service and keeps coming over and over again. There's a repeated patronage. So for you to get your customer satisfied, you have to offer excellent service, quality mindedness. And a satisfied customer is retained, and a retained customer refer others. Then you enjoy what we call customer referral. Even with a very low or no marketing budget, you experience customer referral. Then once you have gotten to this stage, then you will be able to attain what we call customer loyalty. A loyal customer can go extra mile for you. For example, Coca-Cola has a lot of loyal customers. There was a time that the competition was stiff in that industry. We have the Big Cola, we have Pepsi, we have so many of the pet drinks. They crashed the price to 100 naira. But for Coca-Cola to compete, what did they do? They just reduced the bottle, they introduced the solo bottle, and it was sold for 100 naira. Do you know that despite that the other competitive pet bottles are bigger in size compared to that of Coca-Cola in terms of the price, but there are so many loyal customers that are still buying Coca-Cola instead of the other solutions because they are loyal. A loyal customers can pay you out in terms of cash when you are cash strapped, when you are having a liquidity problem. A loyal customer can do anything to ensure that your business continues to live in perpetual succession. So this is the ultimate goal. You are in business to offer unique solutions for your customers. So your attention should not be on making profit, making money. Your attention should always be how to offer your product and services uniquely to satisfy customers. If you can get this right, the money keeps flowing in. Hello? If you can hear me, can you say?
I can hear you. Very impressive. Go ahead, sir.
Very clearly, we're hearing.
Hear you.
Okay, thank you. Now, if you
can hear you clearly.
Okay, thank you so much. So if you can get your customer relationship right, the next is what? Revenue stream. Revenue stream. The next is revenue stream. Revenue stream. Ask yourself, where do money come from? What are our sources of income? If you're already in business, what are our sources of income? List them out. Somebody is into, okay, give me a business idea that I can use for an example for this revenue stream. Which business should I use? Which business? Just mention your business idea. Let me use it for this example. Who is going for?
Cassava plantation.
Cassava plantation. Is it plantation alone or with processing?
With processing.
Okay, thank you. Somebody is into cassava. What are your revenue stream? Number one, sales of cassava stem. If you are using an improved variety stem, these are all vitamin A fortified stems. These are stems that are high in demand. By the time you harvest, those stems can be replanted, the excess can be sold. That is one. Number two, you can decide to sell cassava tubers too. As a sales of a cassava tuber can also be a revenue stream. Then the next can be sales of gari, and the gari can be classified into Ijebu gari, white gari, red gari. You know, they have different prices. If you're also processing into lafun or powder fufu, it's also a revenue stream. If you are doing cassava flour, it's a revenue stream. If you are doing cassava starch, it's a revenue stream. Then cassava peels can also be sold to feeds, to organizations that produce animal feed. That's another revenue stream. So if you are doing ethanol, there are so many revenue streams that you can get from cassava. So what you should do now is that what are the current revenue streams now that will not cost you much? And then what are the possible revenue streams that you can get? This will help you to scale in the business in the future. You know your future revenues, where it's be coming from. What are other possible sources of income, as I mentioned earlier? This aspect has to do with how do your business earn money from your value proposition, which is your unique solution, your product and services. Now, what are the pricing strategies? What are the payment methods? How are you going to price your product? I always advise that you should use cost advantage, especially you in cassava. Cost advantage is that work on reduced costs so that you can use the average cost of production with a margin to price your products. So after you have identified, list out all your revenue stream, then we'll now go for key activities. Now, I need a business idea that we can use for key activities.
Beauty and fashion, sir.
Oh, beauty and fashion, fantastic. Now, this aspect of your business model canvas has to do with what are those activities that we are engaged in delivering our value to customers on a daily basis. What are those things in beauty and fashion? What do? You purchase material, you get customer acquisition, you get order from customers, you purchase material, you cut, you sew, you design like stoning, sequence, fixing, you package, you deliver, you get apprentice, you train, there are so many activities in your business. But in your key activities, you have to only list out those activities that is your core competence. If your core competence is training, list only training. If your core competence is training and sewing, list both. Just list only the core competence. Don't list others like purchase. There are so many activities that are distractions. Like I always say this, so some people I always say I'm controversial about this. A school does not have business in school bus. It's a distraction. Managing the driver, managing the vehicle, managing pick up and drop up of pupils is a big distraction. A school business should focus on what? On teaching. So list out those activities that are not distraction to you. You see somebody who is into fashion, the same person will go to the market to buy material, the same person will cut, the same person will sew, the same person will deliver, the same person will do the marketing. No, business can't grow that way. If you must build a business that will become a global enterprise, you must get this right. So I haven't taken this down. You list only those activities that are your core competence that you can do conveniently without customer complaint, without distraction, that will not affect your promises to customer. If your delivery is 3 days, you perfect it. Then you now decide to look at the next item in your business model canvas, which is what? Which is your key resources. Which is your key resources. Now, the key resources is what are those resources that are required for you to offer your unique value to your customers? For you to produce, okay, I need another business idea for these key resources.
Poultry, sir.
Poultry, fantastic. Now, for a poultry, what are the resources that are required to start a poultry business? After doing the right documentation, legal registration, and so forth, you need a physical infrastructure, physical asset. You need a poultry farm, right? Let's say land, then a farmhouse. Maybe you want to use litter system, or you want to use battery cages. You list them out. Then you need your material, which is what? Your direct material, which is your day-old chick. If you're starting with day-old chick, okay, or you're starting with growers, you're starting with layers, you list them out. Then the feeds, list the feeds, okay. Then you need labor, list the direct labor. Then the human resources in terms of your permanent staff, list them out. Then also, what else do we need? Then you need packaging material like your crate and so forth. Just list everything out. Then after listing everything that you need, if you're already in business, list what you already have. Then now list what you need for you to be able to offer this produce effectively and efficiently, and to get customers satisfied. After listing all the resources that you need, both material, both infrastructure, both tangible and intangible resources, after listing them out, then we are gradually getting there. Then you now look at the key partners. Now look at the key partners. Key partners. I need another business idea for key partners.
After school care and daycare.
Rice production.
What kind of production? What kind of production, please?
Rice production.
Rice production. Oh, good. Thank you. You know, if you're talking about rice production, that means it's farming. If you're talking about processing, then the process and bagging. Now, let's look at both.
Rice production and processing.
Thank you. Thank you. Now, rice production and processing of further rice. You have to look at your key partners. Key partners are those strategic partners that you can outsource the activities that are not within your core competence to. You know, under key activities, you listed the activities that are your strength. Now, those ones that are not your strength, who are those key partners that you can outsource them to? Who are those strategic partners? Now, for rice, number one, your seedlings, your seed and seedlings. You don't have to say you want to go to the market and start buying by yourself. Just list maybe Ministry of Agric or a seedling consulting firm that can help you to procure, to buy healthy and high yielding seedlings. Because one thing with seed is that once you put it on the ground, you keep incurring cost until it is after harvest that you know whether that seed was a good seed or not. Even before harvest, you start seeing that you're already wasting money. So you can outsource seed acquisition. You don't have business trying to say you want to buy a bulldozer, you want to buy a tractor. No. Tractors, driver association, you can outsource land clearing and so forth. You can see the interconnection now between others. Interconnection, when you listed the key activities now, you can see that there's some key resources and key activities. There are some activities now that are sourced to key partners. Now, land preparation are sourced to those to tractor driver association. Okay, then the planting and you can apply pre-emergence, herbicide and post-emergence. Now this can be your own key activity because you have to get people that will do the job, you supervise them. Okay, then weeding should be your key activity because you get people to do it and supervise them. Okay, up to harvest. Then After harvest, then marketing. Marketing, you can outsource marketing to a digital marketing firm to help you get off-takers that can uptake even before harvest. You don't need to stress yourself going around to look. You know, we have gluts. Do you know that even as rice is expensive, as rice paddy is expensive now, we still have farmers that are still making loss, that are still complaining that they are not making sales. But if you can get the right marketing channel partners to take care of that, before harvest, rice paddy is hot cake now. Serious hot cake. Off-takers are ready to negotiate price with you even before harvest. Then Rice Farmers Association of Nigeria can be a key partner to you in terms of getting off-takers. Then logistic company, get a reputable logistic company to be in charge of your deliveries. Same is also applicable to processing. When you are delaying the rice paddy, then parboiling, just look at the processes: drying, polishing, packaging, and so forth. Those activities that will be a setback to you, associate. So list those partners, consulting firm, list them out. After you must have listed them out, then we are gradually getting your business canvas ready. Then you now look at the cost structure. The cost structure is that what will it cost you to offer your value proposition to customers? So you can see that those key activities, all the key partners and co, they are all costs. So you list them. Okay, how much will it cost you to rent? Okay, cost structure. I need another example so that I can be consistent.
Fishery. Yeah, fish farming.
Yes. For fish farming now, how much will it cost you to rent or buy a land? Then, to build the fish pond, how much will it cost? So do a borehole, all is inclusive in building the fish pond. How much will it cost to get the fingerling? Whether you want to start with fingerlings or juvenile, what is the capacity? Are you starting with 1,000 capacity, 5,000, and so forth? Then the feeds, how much will it cost you to fish feed for the first cycle, for the first six months before harvest? The medication, the human resource in terms of salary, list the cost. How many staff do you need? How much will it cost to pay them per month? Filling of generator, operating expenses. So here now, what you should do is to break down your costs into pre-operational costs. Pre-operational costs are those costs that you should incur before the business commences, like the rent, like the building, like the renovation or land purchase, building renovation, equipment purchase, installation, training, pre-marketing activities, all licensing, all those activities that you need to incur costs before you start your business, list them out. That's one category. Then the next category is direct material costs. This is also known as your variable costs. All those costs that are traceable to the unit of output. For example, you are talking about fishery. If the cost that will increase as your capacity or number of fish is increasing, those are your direct material costs, and these are your fingerlings or your juvenile. Then your feeds is also important. Your medication. If you are processing the fish, your packaging material, charcoal. If you are using charcoal, is also key. So you list them out. Those are your direct, or then direct labor. If they are staff that you are paying according to the number of jobs that they are doing, those are your direct labor. List their cost. Then the next is fixed cost. Fixed cost is also known as your operating expenses. The expenses that you incur on a daily basis to run your business enterprise successfully. And what are those expenses? Like fueling, like transportation, like communication, like utility, all those expenses, rent, insurance, all the expenses that you incur on a daily basis. So you have to list them out and their amount. This will help you to know at the back of your mind the amount that you're looking at. So when you're developing a business plan, it will just be a copy and paste scenario. It will make the process of developing a business plan extremely seamless. So having done this, having considered your customer segment, your value proposition, your channel, customer relationship, revenue stream, key resources, key activities, key partners, cost structure, then you have been able to develop what we call a business model canvas. This is what the business model canvas looks like, just on one page. As I said earlier, it's a business diagnostic tool and it's also an action plan tool for your business. It helps you to have deep understanding of your business. So if you are using it as a diagnostic tool, when you look at it, you know what after listing them out, then compare what is here to what you are currently doing. This will help you identify what you are not doing right, then you correct it. So in conclusion, so this is what your business model canvas looks like. I am going to give you an assignment. I will send you a template that you are going to use to develop your business model canvas. So this business model canvas helps you to think critically about the value that you are offering. You know, I keep hammering on this point. Don't think critically about profit. Don't think critically about money. Your number one critical thinking should be the value that you are offering. How is it solving the problem? How are customers conceptualizing it? The business model canvas will give you a structure and make business plan development process seamless. It shows how every department in your business are interconnected or interlinked. Then you must also know that your business is not in existence because of your customers. But you exist to serve them. Also, customers do not exist because of you, but you exist to solve their problem. So, in a nutshell, problem, challenges, opportunity. That is the mindset we should always have in growing a global business enterprise. Thank you so much for your attention. God bless you. It's time for feedback. Thank you.